皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today I would like to, I guess maybe deliver a message to the people who are maybe suffering from criticism or being said no to the things they really want to do or really want to go and things like that, maybe from their friends or from their parents or maybe on the internet and such. Now, as a, I don't really like myself calling myself a YouTuber, but I guess as a so-called influencer on YouTube, I do receive a lot of hate comments and messages every day on a daily basis. And there are two things that I always keep in mind when someone tries to tear you down, pull you down, send you hate, or just say negative things towards the things that you want to do or towards your dreams. I always keep two things in mind. So I really hope this message will be useful, I guess, for my friends, fellow friends who are, should I say, trying to pursue their dreams. So, two things. Number one is there is a very favorite, there's a very famous quote that is one of my favorites. It is, "You will never be criticized by someone who is working harder than you." You will never be criticized by someone who is working harder than you. This basically answers almost everything, This simple sentence really makes me feel a lot better. Come to think of it, if that person is a person who is working harder than you, or if they've ever worked harder than you in their lives before, they would understand the pain it actually takes or the sacrifice it actually takes to achieve a big dream or a goal. So they would never criticize you for some some stupid reason, right? Yeah. So I think this, quote explains literally everything, And also, by the way, the people who are actually working hard towards something important, they don't have the time to go up to someone and criticize them for no good reason, or take the time to write comments or write comments on your social media or things like that. People who are actually working to make something a reality or make this world a better place, they don't have time for that, basically. So that's number one. I always keep this in mind. No one, people who are criticizing you are people who are not working as hard as you. You are working harder than them towards their dream, towards making this world a better place, to make other people happy. That's one thing I always keep in mind. And second, you should not listen to anything that you would, hold on. You should not listen to anything a person says that you would not ask advice from. Does that make sense? Am I saying that correctly? I hope you understand. Like, so if you wouldn't ask this person A for advice for anything, you shouldn't listen to anything this person says in the first place, right? Because you need to understand that, for example, they say, let's take, for example, you want to be a mangaka, for example. You want to be a manga writer. Yeah. And then there's this person that comes up to you. No, that's not, no, that's like unrealistic. You will never be able to do that and stuff like that. Then, for example, if you take this person's advice, you need to understand that you're going to be a part of him. You're going to be like him, right? Now, take a look at this person A. Does he look happy? Right? Does he look satisfied in his life? Does he look, what should I say? You're gonna be like him if you listen to his advice, because that is the choices that he has made in his life until today, right? So you should only take advice or any opinions from the people who you would want to be, right? Does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. I'm really sorry my explanation is not that good, but this is something that I would always keep in mind too. Like, for example, there are people who literally come up to me and say your information you provide are stupid, they're inaccurate, they're really hard to understand, and I seriously think that you should not be posting any videos on your channel. This is pure stupidity, There are people literally coming up to me and saying that, and then would I listen to them? My answer is obviously no. Because if I listen to their advice, it means I'm going to be being that person? Would I want to be a person who goes up to someone that I don't know at all, probably not being watching most of his work in the first place, and suddenly going up to him and telling that he is stupid or he is dumb, or that is not a very good person, right? I do not want to be a person like that for sure in my life. I am very, very happy with my family, with my wife, my kids, my team members, with you. I am already living a very, very happy life. I don't need any advice from someone who needs to go up to social media, who needs to go up on the internet and start criticizing people, sending negative messages. I do not need anything from that person, right? So these are the two things that I always keep in mind. Now, I want to say one more thing that's really important. This applies for your parents and relatives, or the people who are very close to you too. Now, I've seen many, many people who have given up their dreams because their parents told them they shouldn't do it. And I completely understand. Of course, I have parents too, and of course they have their own opinions, and they would give you a lot of advice, right? Parents, because I have two daughters right now, I can understand the parents' side's feelings a lot more now. But parents want to give their kids advice, But you got to understand, are they successful, right? Do you want to live like your parents? Are they people that you admire very much? Then yes, you should listen to your parents' advice. But looking at your parents' lives, do you like them? Do you admire them? If the answer is no, even if it's your parents or your relatives that are very close to you, you should not listen to their advice. I've met a lot of people, again, I'm saying the same thing over and over, but it's just so sad to see people giving up their dreams and regretting it later just because their parents told them that's not a good option, or that wouldn't provide you a stable life, or things like that. And I completely understand the parents' side's opinions too. Parents are always worried about their kids, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, at the very end of our lives, we want to think that our lives it meant something, right? And that we did everything we wanted to do, and that would be great. It would be great if this was the last thought before we die, right? Yeah. So this is something important. Not just that random person that comes up to you on social media. These guys, obviously, you can just ignore. And they're very easy. Just ignore them. It's very easy, very simple and easy. But the difficult parts are the close people, like your, again, parents, best friends, relatives. These people's, it's really, really difficult, isn't it? But again, these two things that I explained today, you will never be criticized by someone who is working harder than you. You should never take advice from a person that you do not want to become. These two rules still apply to them as well. So I do not know how many people will be listening to this podcast, but if you ever meet someone who is suffering from criticism or receiving negative comments or hate online or directly, any form of it, I really hope you can share this message or this quote, I guess, to them too. I really hope that more people can feel confident, and they can pursue their dreams and be fully, confident about what they do. Yeah, so it'd be great if you can share this message to you. And please, yes, let me know in the comments about what you think about these two messages that I introduced to you today. Okay? All right, so then, my voice was like, all right. All right, so then, as I always say, everyone, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know that outside Japan, there are a lot of people who really want to come to Japan, travel and see the historical sites, or train in our traditional culture, or study Japanese to talk to Japanese people and such. And there's a lot of dreams out there, But at the same time, I'm very afraid that Japan might not be in a really high percentage if we keep on going, not be able to provide these things in the future, make their dreams come true, because Japan is facing a lot of social problems right now, as you see in my main videos. And also, we are losing our traditional culture. The population is getting smaller and smaller every year, and also the younger generations, and the population is very small, by the way, the younger generations are actually dying too because of all the social issues that are collapsing on them. So I want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve the social problems. I want to preserve and evolve traditional culture and help out the younger generation so they can have a brighter future. So that everyone, including the people in Japan too, everyone around this world could make their dreams come true if it's something related to Japan and Japanese culture and history. And in order to try to get any closer to this humongous dream, my first step is to achieve 1 million subscribers by January 2023 on my main channel. So it'd be great if you give me likes and comments. They will help to boost my videos to new viewers who have never seen my channel before. So it'd be great if you can help me out. And as I always say, everyone, thank you so much for support, and I really, really appreciate it very much. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon in the next podcast. Bye-bye.